was a very icy morning, and I fell down 4 concrete stairs. I fractured my temporal bone in 2 places, and I had what they call a blowout fracture, so I fractured my orbital bone. Dr. Goldstein was the lucky doctor that was on call that night who got me coming in. And he's very humble. He acted like it was nothing, and you know, I did my job. And to me, his job, I'm probably gonna get emotional, was saving my life, so. They were very concerned afterward that I would be depressed or how you would react to it, and I think I was the complete opposite. I think I was like high on life. One minute you're walking and talking and everything's fine, and the next minute this happens and that life can be taken from you so quickly that it's just a surreal experience, and it just, I don't know, makes you appreciate every little bit of life and that I can continue to be a mom and raise my son.
I came to University Hospital seeking a liver transplant because my liver was failing. I was in a state of end-stage cirrhosis when I got here. I had been told that I had 2 months to live because my liver was at its end. 5 weeks after that Tuesday when they placed me on the liver transplant list, I received a liver. I was in this wonderful liver transplant unit hospital for 8 days. Like I was in a magic place. It sounds crazy, but that's how I felt. Unfortunately, hepatitis C returns post-transplant universally. Another miracle occurred in 2014, January. Dr. Persopoulos brought us the cure. I was one of the first to take it, 6 months, and I was cured.
I was at work in a meeting and experienced sudden cardiac death. I was resuscitated on the job and then transported to University Hospital. When I arrived at University Hospital, I was unconscious, put in an induced coma. Eventually, by day 5, I believe, I regained consciousness and recognized that I was here at University Hospital, and Dr. Klappholtz, as the attending cardiologist, was just the epitome of a caring human being, as well as a consummate professional. But that's true of the nursing staff, the technicians. It was just amazing care.
I was working on a cold spring morning with my father on a woodworking project, and my hand got stuck in a chop saw and severed it off. I just remember stumbling backwards into a wall. I remember the car ride to the hospital. I remember walking in the emergency room. My father was there. It was scary.
They looked at Connor and they said, you know, we only have one doctor that can do this. Let's see if we can find him. He was in his car going home. They caught him as he was just going out the driveway. He came back in, Dr. Diatravilli. He looked at Connor and said that this was very serious, but that he would perform the surgery. He would attempt it. He says, but I want you to know that there's a risk here, but I'm gonna take this on. And he says, I have a good feeling about it.
Dr. D was actually just leaving a surgery, spent another 14 or 15 hours on me, and thank God. I've always had a thing for trucks and motors and machines, and it's like every kid's dream. I get to fulfill it now. I run big machines, drive trucks, you know, work with cool tools. I love everything about it. Living the dream.
After church, came back home, laid down. At that point, I was having a heart attack and I didn't know it. They said that my heart was pumping 20%. They gave me oxygen and pumped my heart back up to 80%. When I went home, I realized I wasn't walking with the cane anymore. All the pain in both of my legs had went away. The Healthy Heart program helped me, and that's where I got my walk from. I call my walk the Healthy Heart Walk. Since I've been coming here, seeing Dr. Solanki, I'm really enjoying everything right now. I'm enjoying my life because of this hospital.
Originally, I was diagnosed with sarcoma giant cell bone tumor, and I was being treated in Virginia. And then I transitioned up here to be around family.
When she had this giant cell tumor, well, they had removed one, and then another one reoccurred. And so that's what brought us to Dr. Benavidia, because this one was in a spot where they said it's inoperable. But he said yes, he could do it.
Next thing I know, I was in an ambulance sent up here to University Hospital, and Benevenia took over.
Their expertise in their field of medicine is unchallengeable. You know, they did what they said, they explained everything to you, and that's what you need. That's what everybody wants, the best for their family.
I had a condition with my eye that no one could diagnose. Finally, someone said, let's do an MRI. The MRI showed that I had a tumor. I called a friend of mine who's a doctor who recommended Dr. Turbin. It turned out to be a very rare tumor. He said, if we want to get all the tumor out, we're going to have to remove the ophthalmic artery. And that means you're not going to have vision in your right eye. This is where his thinking outside the box, I like to put it, really came into play, because I had many opinions. Dr. Turbin was the only one that said he would like to do a procedure before the surgery. It's called an angiogram, where they go in through the ephemeral artery. We did the angiogram, followed by the surgery. It was phenomenal surgery. But I opened my eyes, and the first thing I said is, I can see.
I want to say I was 3. When the car hit me, I felt like something was stuck in my throat, and I just remember crying like my mom. I wanted my mom, and my mom was by my side, so she was the first person there.
And after that, we go to the hospital. We met the doctor, everybody like Angel. The first one I met him, Dr. Livingston, and the whole team over there.
And they told me exactly what happened, that she was hit by a landscape truck and was moved by a chopper to the hospital. My son had an accident, a car accident. It was a really hard one, a major big one.
The cop came to my car and he was apologizing because he didn't come to my car first. He went to the other guy because he really thought I was dead. And seeing how I'm recovering now, I'm walking and I'm almost starting to run.
Our situation changed, but the hospital didn't change. It got better, actually.
I'm at work, I'm in a courtroom, and my water broke. I did not expect that to happen. I had 5 more weeks to go. I was nervous. I really didn't understand what the ramifications of having a child 5 weeks premature would be. And I remember there was a nurse, she told me that she was gonna give me a hug and it was gonna be okay. That was really comforting. Reed did have some issues. He needed help breathing, and he had a CPAP while he was in the NICU, and then he needed to have a PICC line placed. When I first met Dr. Fofa, I don't think that I even remembered meeting him. I was in the operating room, he introduced himself, he told me that he was going to take care of my son, and I really can't say enough about the compassion that he had for my situation and the care that he took in order to really make me understand what was happening throughout the process. It was pretty evident from the time that I stepped foot in the hospital. I knew that I had made the right choice, and I was very happy, and I'm proud to say that my son was born at University Hospital. They were wonderful. I could not have asked for better care.
This is the best decision I made in my life, to come to University Hospital.
The emphasis is placed on quality and thoughtfulness and thoroughness.
Just knowing that I had the doctors from Newark Hospital to be there and help me, I just felt safe.
I've been so grateful for everything. I live a perfect life now.
I didn't even know that we had capabilities as advanced as this. What they were able to do was unbelievable to me.
And he told her he would have her walking again and that he would rebuild her pelvic area. And that's what he did. And I love him for that.
I work in a hospital, and I think being on the other side of it, it gives you a new appreciation for them and what they do.
I feel like I'm 21 years old. You know, I've been ready to chase a young girl. You know, but they tell me my heart is not strong enough yet, so I don't do no chasing.
You can drink a cup of water, hold the book, open doors,